Welcome to episode number 9 of The Weekend Show, and I'm your host, Kim Love. The Weekend Show covers hair tips, fashion, movie picks, and all sorts of other random things that come to mind. Now, today is February 14th, Valentine's Day, but it is also the first birthday of Love Naturals. Love Naturals is a company that I started last year, 2010. So this is Love Naturals' very first birthday. And what better way to celebrate than to have like this birthday bash all week? I will be holding contests. I have a sale going on over at my store, lovenaturals.com. So just check it out. I have a really cool show planned for you. I've got some sneak peeks of some things I'm working on. So I hope you enjoy. And now for your hair tip of the week. Now, this episode, I'm going to do something a little differently. Instead of answering one question, I'm going to rapidly answer 3 of them because I am constantly asked the same questions over and over again, and I just wanted to address them because a lot of you are new and you haven't watched all of my videos, so I'll just answer these questions quickly. Question number 1 that I get quite often: how long have you been natural? Now, the hair on my head that you see currently has been here for about 4 years, since 2007. Why? Because in 2006, summer of 2006, I got a texturizer and then it didn't work out for me. So I had to trim it off and kind of transition, even though I didn't know what the word transition meant at that time. So I gradually cut it off and then my hair has grown since. Now, my last relaxer was back in 1997. So if you take all of that time together, you could say I've been natural for 13 years, but I like to go with the technical way, which is 4 years. So that is the question, the answer to your question. Now, another question that I get quite often is, how long is your hair? How long is my hair? I recently flat ironed my hair and I didn't take the time to measure it. I know it sounds silly, but I just had so much going on. I didn't even just take a ruler and do that. But since I had so many of my shed hairs from that flat ironing session, I just broke out a measuring tape and measured a few strands and came out with an average. And the average was about 19 inches. So that answers your question. About 19 inches of hair. I'm sure there are some strands that are longer than that, but those 3 strands that I had available were all about 19 inches. So that answers that question. And the last question that I get often, and I just want to address it now because the weather is about to get warmer again. People always ask me, well, what do you do to your hair when you work out? Now, that question always baffles me because I'm like, I don't know what you mean. What do I do differently? I do nothing differently. I go about my day. It's no different than when, it's hot outside and, I sweat. Now, here's the thing. I don't do a lot of cardio. As a matter of fact, I don't do any, and that's not a good thing. And I'll talk about that later. But I don't sweat profusely anyway. So it's not like, oh, my hair feels icky and yucky. It never feels that way. I wash my hair once a week. In the summertime, I may wash it twice, depending on if I've been outside working in my garden. I might want to wash my hair twice a week. So to answer your question, I do nothing differently. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. And I don't swim because I'm not into the whole chlorine, So I have no advice for swimmers. I'm sorry. I am working on getting more information for you. So in the meantime, I suggest that you look into swimmers, shampoos, and those sorts of things. But chlorine is definitely damaging to the hair. So I hope that these rapid questions have been very helpful to you. And I'll be back with another tip next episode. Now, this episode won't have a food or health feature. That's coming, and I've got some really cool things coming up. So I'm just going to take this opportunity to give you a sneak peek into a project that I am working on with my best gal pal, Danny. She came over a few weeks ago, and we sat down and taped the pilot for our new show, Sister Friends CEO. Now, we're still kind of working it out and getting the theme and all that other stuff together, but I wanted to give you a little sneak peek just to give you a sense of kind of like how we vibe and how we talk to one another and just the fun that we will bring into talking about professional matters. Check it out.
Can I tell them who I am?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm joking.
Oh my gosh. No, tell them. I'm going to tell you who she is. Oh my gosh, I didn't even said your name. See,
No.
This is what happens. This is just sporadic. Your work is focused on the philanthropic area, but there is some crossover with you because you work with corporations. You don't just do the nonprofit, because some businesses have their own nonprofit sector, right?
Called corporate philanthropy. And so it's all connected. So yes, to answer your question, I do a diverse set of events, but they all must be able to improve human quality of life.
But because with this show, I think there should be some kind of like core these
framework.
Yeah, a framework. Thank you. See, you good.
You good.
No, you good. No, you good.
So I'm really, really excited about releasing this in the spring. And in the meantime, I'm going to be collecting questions from you all, because so many of you for, so long have been asking me, Kim, do more professional oriented videos, do more, because you know that I've now started 2 successful businesses and I have a lot of experiences that I would love to share with you. So I'm going to be asking you questions very, very soon, but I hope you enjoyed that sneak peek.
This week's fashion feature was inspired by last episode's movie pick, Carmen Jones, the femme fatale. We all know a woman like Carmen, always flirtatious, always overdressed, because she likes attention, especially from men. Your man better watch out for Carmen. Her signature colors are red and black. Here I am wearing 4-inch red pumps by Chinese Laundry and a simple black skirt from Express with a black bodysuit. The leather red rose in my hair is from, of course, lovenaturals.com. It's a very simple look to put together for a party or just to spice up your look. The femme fatale is considered dangerous because she knows no bounds, has no rules, and is jaded about love, including yours. So if you see that woman at the office blinking her weave and flirting with your man, you better watch out. You may have a Carmen on your hands. Don't worry about me. I'm just in character, and I don't want him. I keep an eye on her, though.
And now for your movie pick of the week. Last episode's movie choice was Carmen Jones. Now, many of you had already seen this movie, or you had never seen it, or you rewatched it. And I asked you, was Carmen Jones in control or out of control? And you had a lot to say. Let's check it out.
The vast majority of you said that Carmen Jones was out of control. Some of you really admired her free spirit and independent attitude, and others pointed out that Joe was actually out of control. So thank you for taking the time to watch the movie and to leave me a comment. Sorry I can't include every single comment, but if you haven't seen the movie, make sure to check it out.
Now, since today is Valentine's Day, a time for love and all of that Hallmark stuff, I decided to choose a movie pick that dealt with the subject of love. In fact, I chose 2 for you. Again, we're still under the theme Black cinema. So here is my first choice for you. Black Orpheus. Now, this is an Afro-Brazilian movie that was created, I believe, in the 1950s. It should say it up here. And it's a really beautiful story, very festive because it's set during Carnival, and it basically takes a Greek legend, Orpheus, and translates it into Afro-Brazilian culture. So it's just really fun to watch. It has a lot of different cultural elements, the music, the people, the costume, and you're sure to fall in love with the 2 main characters. So that's your first pick. Now, my second movie pick for you is Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, the classic 1967 film about interracial love. Now, back in the day when this was released, the topic of interracial relationships was very, very taboo. It was a subject of should people even date or fall in love outside of their race. It stars Sidney Poitier, Katharine Hepburn, and Spencer Tracy. Wheezy is in it. I'm sorry, not Wheezy. Isabel Sanford is also in this movie. Now, I'm not going to give too much away because another YouTuber has actually done an excellent review on the movie. I think he did a really good job of breaking down the movie and the significance even as it applies today. So if you want to check out his review, and he shows clips from the film, something I can't do, check him out here. I believe his name is JSJ Kim, but if you just click this box here or the link below, you'll be taken to his video review. Now, back in 1967, when this film was made, interracial dating was a very controversial issue, meaning just the thought would get people angry. It was just that segregated. So this movie, at the time, it was way before its time. It was timely, but way before its time. Now, today, interracial dating is still controversial, but for a different reason. I think many of you are used to seeing interracial couples. Many of you are probably very accepting, and many of you, like myself, have interracial couples in your own family, right? Or your friends. So that's not a big deal to us today, for the most part. What's controversial today and what gets under a lot of people's skin is the way the topic is framed, the way people choose to date interracially today. It's kind of like a revenge thing. It's become this trash talking of members of your own racial or ethnic group. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of you are thinking, because I'm black, I'm talking about black men and black women. No, I'm not just talking about black people. I have a very diverse experience with lots of different people. And let me tell you, I have seen trash talking in every single ethnic and racial group. Okay? It's very, very common. So I want to know, how do you feel about this? So here is your question of the week. Do you agree that revenge interracial dating is a problem today? And do you think the conversation will evolve in our lifetime? Please let me know in the comments section below. Plainly put, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. So I hope you check it out, and I hope you enjoy. And now for this episode's contest. To celebrate the first birthday of Love Naturals, I will be giving away 5 $25 gift certificates to 5 lucky people. How do you enter? That's easy. Just click this video here and enter into the comment box. Happy birthday. That's it. Don't write anything else. Don't enter it more than once. As a matter of fact, hit refresh your screen to see your comment. So don't enter happy birthday twice, otherwise you'll be disqualified. There is no limit. I'll allow as many people to enter as they want. For those of you who don't know how I choose my winners, I choose them randomly using random.org, and you can check it out in this video. You can see an example of that. Now, the only requirement to enter into this contest is that you must be a subscriber. Duh, right? All right, so go over there now, and I will leave this open for 24 hours. I will give the people who haven't seen this video yet time to enter, and then I will close it. And then I will choose a winner, and I will announce it on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got that? All right. Well, thanks for watching this episode, and I will see you next time.